Okay. I'm gonna do, oh, that candle is driving me nuts. Okay, I'm gonna do another edition of Tales from My Tub. And I'm gonna keep my voice low because my husband just went to bed. But he knows I'm in here doing this. And I apologize now if, okay, that's just weird. Something is interfering with my candle and my picture frame. Oh my god. I tried to do another video just before this and it wasn't even letting me take the frame. Very weird. Okay, my story today is going to be, let's see. Oh, it was about a townhouse that we lived in. We moved into it in 1997 in Edmonton. It's a 3-bedroom townhouse in a gated community in the West End area. That's all I'm going to say. There was a lot of paranormal activity that happened within that home, and we've actually reported it to one of the local, what do you call it, paranormal groups like ghost hunters, and they did a show on a haunting, so they're actually looking into the townhouse because I guess there's other stories within the area as well. So this one story, like there was a lot of things that happened in there, both to myself, my daughter, and my husband, but I'll tell you this one for now. It's one that happened to me while I was alone. I worked at Imperial Oil at the time, and we had what was called an earned day off. Okay, that candle is really annoying me. Oh, sure. As soon as I mention it, the screen goes wonky. Okay, it was called an earned day off. What would happen is if we only worked half hour, or if we only took a half-hour lunch break, they would accumulate the other half hour of the lunch hour, and so we would get an extra Friday off every month. So on these days I was usually home alone because my husband was working and my daughter was in school. On this particular day, it wasn't long after we'd moved in, and I got my daughter off to school. She was about 7 or 8 at the time, and my husband was gone, and everyone in the cul-de-sac that we were in, they were either gone to school or left for work as well. So there was like no bustling vehicles or anything like that around. It was just like dead quiet. So I went back upstairs and grabbed a mug of coffee, went back up and wanted to read in bed for a while, which I did. I did that on all of my earned days off. EDOs is what we called them. So anyway, I was laying in bed, reading, and then all of a sudden there's this loud banging at the front door and a child screaming, and I thought it was my daughter. And all they kept saying was, "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy," just crying and screaming and banging. And oh, this is really weird. Okay. I've been asking for a lot of spirit activity in this house the last couple of times, or the last couple of days. Mainly from my grandmother and seeing if my dad's around. So I don't know if this candle and camera effect is part of this, because it's never happened before. And I have been hearing knocking all day while I've been alone here. But anyway, back to my story. So anyway, I was like hearing this banging and screaming and "Mommy, Mommy," and crying, and my heart was like in my throat. I was freaking out. I ran down the stairs, like 2 at a time, just flew down the stairs. And then just as my foot hit the floor, like the main floor, which is right beside, like right to the right of the stairs, is the front door. Okay, now there's knocking. What the hell? Okay, can you guys just wait? I'm talking to spirits. As soon as my foot hit the carpet, and I turned, grabbed the front door, flung it open, or well, as soon as my foot hit the carpet, the sound stopped. And I was terrified. Like, I thought something had happened and someone was trying to hurt her. And I flung the door open and there was nothing there. Like, nobody on the step. And, of course, I ran right out to see if there was someone, excuse me, down the sidewalk. Ran both ways, up and down the sidewalk. There was nobody around. No one anywhere. And looked in the other front, like the front steps of all the houses around, like the townhouses. There was nobody. Like, not a child, not an adult, nothing. Then I just kind of stopped for a second and realized I was out there in my bare feet and nightgown running around like an idiot. So I turned around and I came back and I still wasn't convinced that everything was okay. So I sat on the front step for a few more minutes and nothing. There was nobody there. Nobody at all. That was probably the most terrifying thing I've ever encountered, paranormally speaking. That actually, like, it scared me to the core. Probably because I thought it was my daughter. She was like 7 at the time, and she walked to school with her best friend from down the road there. So yeah, that was my scariest townhouse story. That was in Edmonton. So I will talk to you later. Jeez, that's nuts. Bye.